All right. Please, can you confirm you can hear me? Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. First of all, I want to sincerely apologize for starting behind schedules. We just had to ensure that everything is practically on point. And yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for joining. And very quickly, shortly, we will be having our guest join us right here in the room. Um, I, I really can't wait to have us dive right into it. But please, can you let me know if you can hear me? If you can hear me, please, can you confirm? I'm not sure there's any. Okay, I think I should be able to see. I should be able to see. Oh yeah, please. All right, thank you for confirming you can hear me loud and clear. So guys, you're welcome to the Youthspark webinar organized by Youthspark Pan Africa. Essentially, my name is Raymond Okwani, and I am the founder of Youthspark Pan Africa, and it's really good to be doing this with you guys. We Youthspark is really an organization that is essentially focused on promoting leadership and enterprise development of young people across the continent of Africa. And since 2017, we have created various platforms that have engaged and provided access to various opportunities to young people, young entrepreneurs, and emerging leaders across Africa. We currently have our active membership in about 27 countries. And of course, we are still growing. And today, okay, great. I'm getting that. And today we will be talking about, we will be joined by someone that I am really, really inspired by his work, who has been a member of our community. But before he comes, I wanted to just share a few thoughts with you guys. Yeah, Great Darling will be working with me. I also want to, appreciate Great Darling. Great Darling will be working with me from the back end just to ensure that everything is on point. Yeah, it's really nice working with you. Thank you so much for making time. He's actually a member of our team. But let me quickly say that since 2017, one of the things that, just a sec, all right, so one of the things that we have done since 2017 is essentially to build a credibility as organization that is really focused on helping young people. And we say that we have become a springboard for global market penetration. And what that simply means is that we have actually grown to become like a bridge that is really connecting young people to learn, to connect, to network, and to build collaborations with people who have proven records across different industries. Yeah. And so also we have also done this to kind of engage various members of our communities, people who have been part of the Youthspark program in any of the countries where we have had, for them to really come and share their stories, for them to come and talk about their strategies, about how they are able to, navigate their bends in their industry. So we have, members who are in the digital marketing space, in the consulting, in the sales industry, in the marketing industry, in the tech industry. I mean, we have amazing young people who are doing incredibly well. And our own commitment is really to get them to share their experience, to really, really share from their hearts how they are able to navigate these processes. And you will also agree with me that some of them are people that perhaps you already know them and you admire their work, but maybe you have been looking for opportunities to get closer to them, to learn from them as well, and you've not been able to have that opportunity. So what we have done essentially is to create a bridge where you will get to learn from them directly. And today we will be talking about something that is very, very, very important, because it's really not, you see, it's really not as much as it is very good for you to build, for you to build ideas, come up with ideas of what you want to do, it's also very essential that you learn about the strategies that to make your ideas to work. You learn what are the things that you need to do that will move the needle for you. What are the things that you need to do that will really, really help you to get things done. And today we are getting into the field of global market penetration. We will be discussing about strategies for growth and global market penetration. Let me tell you guys very quickly, we live at a time where before we used to have, thought leaders and some of the coaches and mentors we admire who will always talk about their results from the platform of, let's say, their certification from the university, the degrees that they have. And for a while, that's transitioned to people talking about their experience, their skills, and their knowledge, whatever it is. They started talking about bragging from that perspective. And so at this point, I think that for me, that's a personal opinion that that conversation has also transcended, where a lot of people are beginning to win their wars, stay ahead of competition from the global, you know, uh, frequency. So you find out that a lot of people who who are playing their games locally, who are making, building local businesses, also have understood that they cannot just sustain, they can't, be part of the competition if they remain at the local space, if they remain at the local environment. And so everybody is beginning to go global. All right. If you are in the sales industry, you also know that there is a limit to which you can really, really, you know, make sales to people in your immediate community, immediate environment. You've got to find strategies to expand, to scale that boundary, to expand the boundaries that you already have, and that is essentially what we will be discussing about today. And what we have done is really to have very incredible, amazing people. I mean, this is going to be as very, very informal as possible. We'll just find ways to share while we're waiting for our guests to come in and then to understand that he will be joining us shortly. But let me share with you guys, what is really, why is it important to really go global? Why is it important? First of all, it's because there are over 8 billion people on the planet Earth, and you have 8 billion options to make impact in this world, whether you are building an idea, an initiative, a business, right? You're building a startup, there's a solution you are creating, then you cannot afford to keep your solution, keep your ideas. You cannot afford to restrict it to just your immediate environment. And so you want to be able to expand, you want to be able to get it to people who must be part of your message. Today, we will be discussing something that I am also really, really very, very interested and passionate about learning. And that's really because at the very, very early part of my journey, I didn't really understand. I wasn't really interested in sales and marketing. I did not understand the role it was going to play in my life and in the later part of my life. I didn't understand that, and I grew up in one of the most industrious cities in Nigeria, where they are into all kinds of manufacturing. I mean, it's essentially known for business development and growth. But I wasn't interested in that. I didn't understand that. Back in those days, I felt like business was just about, of course, even though it's about buying and selling, but I was very, very scared of anything that involved buying and selling, actually. I was very, very scared. I preferred, if I discuss with you, whatever it is, just pay me and I just find my way. I go to where I'm going. So I didn't understand that everything about life was business. Everything was sales, rather. So I remember at some point, in fact, it was someone that made it very clear to me that had me, helped me change my mindset about the concept of sales. When he told me that everything about like everything we are doing is sales. You breathe out carbon dioxide, you take in oxygen. A baby needs something, is very hungry, and he has to find a way to broker a form of exchange from the mother or from whoever is the guardian. That is also sales taking place. When your pastor is talking or preaching from the pulpit, he is selling something to you and you are paying with your attention, right? There are so many instances we can go when politicians in your place are coming to canvass for vote. They're selling something to you and you are paying with your vote. So there are so many things I did not understand that probably perhaps is the concept of sales. And because I didn't understand that, it affected me so much in trying to build. And so today we will be talking about growth. Now, growth is another concept that I also started learning in very, very recent time. In fact, growth has become one of my very personal buzzwords that I practically use it on daily basis, right? I have a place in my room where I have an inscription on the wall as to something I learned from someone I respect, a mentor, a coach, who essentially gets to say, what does growth mean to you? In fact, the day she asked that question, I realized that many people do not even understand what growth is. We keep using the word growth, but we don't really understand what it means to us. So growth is an entirely big word. It's a word that has deeper meaning than the 6-letter word that we say it to be. So, but today we'll be talking about strategies. I love strategies. I love strategies because as things will be very difficult, things will not always go the way we plan them. There will always be a whole lot of ways to do things, but there has to be a particular way that help you to get results. That's why I love strategies. Strategies are, basically what helps you to how you are able to navigate through very difficult bends such that you are able to get more results, better results, than if you had actually done it the way the crowd or other people are doing it. And today the focus will be essentially on two things. We'll be talking about growth and we'll be talking about global market penetration, because it's very, very possible that you are growing, but you are growing just within your room, right? It's very possible that you're growing, but you're growing just in your immediate environment. So what this simply means is that there is no point growing if you are not looking forward to not that there is no point growing. Again, it depends on what growth means to you, because for some people, growth might just mean, just having enough to buy 3 square meals in a day. For another set of persons, it's like, oh, I just want to have 3 square meals and then I'm able to, pay my rent, or I'm able to get a car, buy fuel for the week. That's what growth might mean to you. But for some other persons, growth might mean an entirely different thing. And whatever you consider growth to mean for you, it's also going to determine the strategies, because one strategy will not get the same result. Yeah, if you want to get, there's a saying that said, oh, if you want to get what you've always been getting, you have to do what you have always been doing. So if you focus on applying a particular strategy, I can assure you that you continue to get the same result. And so if you want to change your results, then you've got to change your strategy and how you get things done. Okay, so so it's really, really interesting being here. I believe that we are going to have, but again, let me also say that it's important that I share that here at Youthspark Pan Africa, we have quite a couple of things that is happening in our community While before our guest comes, let me quickly take this opportunity to talk about, the Youthspark Pan-African Conference that will be happening in July 25th to 30th of July in the city of Kigali, Rwanda. I don't know, Great Darling, I don't know if you can just pull up the video, maybe in the next 1 minute or so. Just pull it up there while we are waiting for our guests to come, and then we can just get right to it. Yes, Great Darling, John. I am also really, really very, very interested and passionate about learning. All right, guys. Thank you so much, Great Darling, for sharing that. So, guys, we have an outing in the beautiful city of Kigali in Rwanda. I mean, you must have seen that on the Youthspark platforms. We are going there. Now, one thing with the Youthspark platform, I must have to really, really tell you guys is that we have done this consistently since 2017, right? And the beautiful part of this is how much it has really provided a lot of young people, a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of career professionals with opportunities to, expand what they are already doing, expand their businesses, to broker high-level collaborations. And we are committed to doing what we have been doing. So you find people who get into our community and they lack certain resources in the community. They're able to be supported. They get some form of support that ordinarily that they would have paid a lot of money to get, but then they are able to, Youthspark is able to build like a bridge that help them to access some of this support, some of these tools and resources at absolutely no cost. Another beautiful thing about the Youthspark community is how we are able to immerse ourselves in, understanding other people's culture. And it helps you, by the time you're able to connect with other people who come from different backgrounds, who have different experiences, it helps you to further appreciate, the struggles of other people, help you to further respect the differences that other people bring, from their own perspective, knowing that you are completely not better than anyone. Your idea is not the best of ideas, right? You are just different from other people. So I think that's one of the things that Youthspark help people to do. And we have essentially committed to promoting leadership and enterprise development of young people across Africa. And we are very, very proud of some of the landmarks that we have been able to achieve. So by 25th to the 23rd to the 30th of July, we will be flying to Kigali, Rwanda, where we will be having high-level collaboration with other thought leaders, other entrepreneurs who are doing amazing work. It's also going to be an opportunity to be able to also learn best practices of how the beautiful country of Rwanda is really setting a lot of setting a lot of landmark that is inspiring not just young people now, but really, really becoming like a beacon for governments of other nations. And this time around, we'll be focusing on the theme, which is accelerating change through leadership, technology, and access to opportunities. One of the reasons why we set this up is that, okay, so one of the reasons why we set this up is that the Youthspark Pan-African Conference has actually been designed to connect emerging leaders and budding entrepreneurs, with the purpose of helping them to upscale. Now, some people already have the skill, so we get them to really upscale to learn about the relevant strategies that they can actually use to expand some of the things that they are doing. All right. All right. I'm told that the boss is here. All right. So good to have you here. Okay. Oh, hi. Guys, thank you so much. We finally have the big man in the house. It's so good to have you. Good evening, sir.
Hey, everyone. Thank you. So first of all, apologies to
I can't hear you. I think you're muted, boss.
Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can we get to hear him?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hold on,
find out why I can hear him.
Hello, can you hear me?
Guys, this is going to be a blast. I'm really excited to finally have him here. I'm really excited to have him here. Oh, Great Darling is confirming that he can hear you. I can't hear you. What's happening? Is it from my end or what?
So I don't know if you're using your. I can hear you, Raymond.
Okay, I don't know if. I can hear you, Raymond. Oh, I can hear you too. Oh, fantastic! I don't know what's going on. Okay.
Yeah, that's cool.
Thank you so much, man, for coming. It's really great to have you here.
So first of all,
man, I'm so excited to see you.
Hold on, apologies for coming in like 28 minutes late. I had a meeting that took forever, but I'm happy I'm here now.
Thank you. I don't know why we're having a hall back. Great Darling, please, can you confirm why the hall back is happening?
So for the feedback, Raymond, so when I'm speaking, you can mute yourself, right? So there won't be a feedback.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I don't know why it's like that. Yeah, just give. Everybody's confirming that can hear me. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you, Raymond.
Oh, okay. I don't know what's going on, but again, let's just get right into it. We don't have time again. Guys, we're going to get right into it. Today, we are talking with the king of marketing. I mean, when it comes to, every industry has someone you have to double for. Like, when it comes to this aspect, like I was telling you guys, I grew up in a city where it is like the industrial hub of a city. Like, I grew up in Aba, so everything there is business, marketing, sales. And I was completely scared to my teeth on anything. Once you talk about marketing, come and carry this thing and go and sell. I will not do. I was very scared of anything that involves selling and then sales. But here I started seeing the way Milton talks about marketing, talking about sales. I was wondering whether how is he doing this thing so effortlessly like this? Something that I'm very scared. And even till now, I tell you the truth, even when I make my content, I'm still very scared somehow of really saying these things. Even though you have a very fantastic product. So, but then we're going to just get right into this so that we can see what we can do. Me, I know you're a very busy person, and you that you are in the abroad, those of us that are in the village.
Raymond, you're in the abroad as well. Let's be guided.
We can learn as much as we can learn. So, but let me just get right into it. Before we start, maybe I'll just allow you. This is going to be very informal so that we can also get to connect with you. Maybe you just want to take some minutes to just tell us about Milton. Who is this guy that we are calling king like this? Who is this guy?
I mean, so first of all, thanks for having me here, Raymond. Like, like whatever you're doing at Youthspark, I am down for it 100%. I love what you do. I connect with your vision. I connect with you as a person. So thanks so much for like organizing this. And thanks for everyone that like turned up for this. And apologies for like coming in late. For everyone that came late, you'll get a free copy of my ebook, Digital Product Sales on Steroids. This is just me, my way of like apologizing and also like saying thank you for like coming here. So my team will send it to Raymond's team and it will be like sent to you all. That's like everyone that signed up for like this webinar. So who is Milton? I mean, behind marketing and outside marketing, Milton is just literally a young guy that has a passion to like help people and want to like develop himself, and want to like explore life to see how he can like live life to like his full potential. But professionally, I'm the chief marketing officer at Seller. Seller is an e-commerce platform that digital creators in like around Africa can use to like sell their digital products. We have over 1 million customers around Africa. I am also the CEO and founder of Blob, a platform where we connect marketing talents in Africa with job opportunities. So we've been able to hire for companies like Money Africa, CairoWise, and some other fintech companies around, Africa and also like in Nigeria. And we have like a talent pool of like over 5,000 marketing talents that we also train. And also we, just connect to jobs, internships and stuff like that. So yes, that's who Milton is. He's someone that loves marketing so much and also loves personal development as well. Yes.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Milton. Thank you so much for sharing that. I think we're actually starting on a very good note. You just mentioned about Blob. Yes, I know about the amazing work that you're doing at, I don't know why you're not there. Okay. So I know about the amazing work you're doing with Seller. In fact, when I found out about Seller and that you are part of Seller and again, working as the growth lead at some point and marketing lead, something like that.
Yeah.
I was like, this guy there just has to be something about this guy. Then you're always talking about this whole marketing thing. And then at some point also, you started working about Blob. In fact, I know when you were giving hints about, anticipation notice about Blob,
yeah.
I practically was like, what is he up to again? So can you just tell us what really inspired you to, to create Blob? And then, the platform as is teaching marketing. I mean, what is Blob about and what inspired, its emergence?
So basically, first off, Blob was literally a childhood dream. First of all, like I had a dream about Blob, having a platform like Blob when I was in my university. I think my second year in uni, where like a platform where people can like take courses. Then, I mean, as I got way more into like the industry, I'm like, okay, this should be like about marketing. And I mean, I started executing on like Blob. The name wasn't Blob actually, right? The name wasn't Blob. The name was Fiversity. I started executing on that when I was in like university. There was someone that wanted to like invest money into the platform and all of those things. But my knowledge, experience, and expertise wasn't up to where it is now. And of course, I had school, so I had to like prioritize and stuff. But when I was done with school, I launched my first startup, right? And this is a story I love talking about. When I was done with school, I launched my first startup called Screw Academy. And I mean, Screw Academy was going well, but the product was not there yet. And also, like there are lots of things that I needed to like learn in marketing, in growing products, management, and all of those things. So my first startup didn't necessarily start after like 6 months. So I had to like take a step back and I went full throttle into like 9 to 5 into the job market, just learning and like going through the whole, career reps and stuff like that. Then 2 years ago, when funny enough, Raymond, it was actually on my way back from Nigeria, on my way back from Kigali when we had the Youthspark conference. I think that was 2 years ago. That I started, taking the whole ideating about Blob serious and all of those things, right? It was on the flight that I was like, I brought out my laptop, I started taking notes and all, right? And I was like, oh my God, this was a dream that I had way back, and it's like something that I could start now. So what literally inspired the platform is I'm someone that personal development has literally helped my life. Like my life changed literally, if you know where I'm coming from and if you know what I've been through in life, you see that like personal development really played a big role in my life. And again, I love making money online. Actually, I like marketing. I love the whole idea of like, oh, I can sell something and people pay me for that. And marketing as a skill set helped me out when I was in the university to like, make money, pay for my course dues and every other thing. So I'm like, okay, why can't we package all of this knowledge that we have in marketing and have it on a platform? And also, I mean, I've been in tech for a while and I've read a whole lot of books when it comes to like tech marketing and stuff like that. The things that are working in like UK, USA, European countries and all, it's literally different from like how to grow and market a product in Africa. So there is that ecology fit that is not fitting, right? So I'm like, okay, why can't we have a platform, a product where people can take like marketing courses that were made by Africans for Africans and for African products. So that's literally what we started with. We started as like a Netflix for like online courses and stuff like that. But I mean, our business model changed because we started getting demands from like people, companies that want to hire, and people were like, "Oh, do you guys have any jobs?" So we just built a whole product around that. And now we still like offer courses. For instance, we have like a class happening next week Monday, with like a product marketing. Sorry, next week Friday with a product marketing expert. Right, we have that coming up, which is amazing as well. So we still have that, where people learn, take courses and all. But right now, the product is a platform where we connect marketing talents in Africa to like remote work and job opportunities. So literally, Youthspark sparked everything.
Now, it's really, really inspiring to hear about, especially, when we talk about, which we'll talk about much later, about traveling. There's a whole lot that happens when people travel. I'm going to ask you a question on that lately, which is why I want to ask the very first thing. You were in South Nigeria at the time. In fact, when I got to know you was actually when the period you were hosting the other platform you had, the academy actually.
The Crips Academy. Yeah.
That was about the time I really got to know you, and I started digging deep, especially when I saw the quality of people that you had assembled at the time. And then you were in Port Harcourt at the time. So at some point, you started the whole journey to global domination. And then you now moved to Lagos. Now, I want to ask, I want to believe that moving to Lagos must have been a very significant decision for you, and considering how close you are to your family and everything, and now you have to now live and get into an environment that is as chaotic as Lagos, Can you tell us more about what really moved you to leave Port Harcourt, the oil city, and then to Lagos, and how did it impact your professional growth?
Yeah. At some point, we all have to leave home, literally. I was born and brought up in Port Harcourt. I'm a PH boy to the core, right? But I knew that I know what I have in me, right? Raymond, it would be great. Please, can you come back? I want to see your face, please. Right? Because I want it to be like a conversation. I know what I have in me as a person, right? I know the gifts that I have in me. And with the seed that God has placed in my heart, with the mission I have, it cannot happen in Port Harcourt. Like, it can't happen in Port Harcourt. No matter out of my parents' house, I got my own apartment and everything. It wouldn't have happened in Port Harcourt, right? Because, right, so the thing is, again, it's not what you do that matters. It's the industry you play in, right? It's not where you live. Like, it's not like your gifts that necessarily matters. It's the soil that the gift has been planted in. I don't know if you understand. Right? You can be very good at what you do. You can be the best at what you do. But if you're in the wrong location, you will not succeed. And Port Harcourt was the wrong location for me. My idea in my head right now is global dominance. Is not Burokiri. Is not Transamadi. I don't know if you understand. So I had to move to Lagos, because I knew that Lagos was the place for me. Even since I was in university, I knew that, as soon as I'm done with school, I'm leaving. At least spend 6 months at home, 1 year with my dad. And I just dipped to Lagos. So moving to Lagos was like a no-brainer. And the funny thing is that when God wants me to move to a new place, he sends people to tell me. And I know. Out of the blues, my elder brother that stays in Lagos, then he called me, he was like, Tutu, how far? this thing that you're doing, I love what you do, but you will not succeed in Port Harcourt. You have to leave Port Harcourt ASAP. So Koli, Ajiri, Larry, they were like, when I come into Lagos, you have to move to Lagos. And I knew. Immediately after the NSAS protest, I just told my dad that, see, Daddy, I have to leave. Like, I want to leave Port Harcourt. I want to move to Lagos. Right? And my dad was like, I've been waiting for you to like tell me that. Please, you have my blessings. Leave. So again, you just like, it wasn't a difficult decision to make, but it was a difficult decision to experience because of the things I experienced in Lagos when I moved to Lagos. But I knew that after the pain comes like the joy, and I was like really looking forward to like having that joy and having that pleasure and stuff. And I never regretted my decision to move to Lagos. And the name Milton Tutu actually like took off after I moved to Lagos. The people that I connected to, oh my God, like in 1 month, my net worth increased drastically than it had in the last 5 years. In 1 month. In 1 month, the people I met, the contacts I made, like I can literally, like the projects I executed, like I've executed campaigns for like UBA Bank, Elect Her, Foley. I mean, there is even one that I really want to mention, but I can't mention it right now because of like a confidentiality clause I had. Like it was after I moved to Lagos that all of these things happened. So the thing is, you have to go to where there is oil, and oil not in the sense of what you have in Port Harcourt. Oil in the sense of you have to go to the place where your blessings can actually excel, where you can display your blessings. You cannot be the king of the sea or the king of the ocean in a pond. You have to go to the ocean to be the king of the ocean.
I think that's really, really, really important. When we talk about, it's not just enough to know what you want to do. It's not just enough to discover yourself. It's also important to really identify, the suitable soil, the suitable environment. And guys, environment is not location. There's a difference between environment and location. In fact, you can have people that, if you like, move to whatever place you want to move to. There are people that move to those places and they're still sleeping under bridges. Yeah. But let's also drive this down to, to the field of marketing, right?
Yeah.
You were at Seller. I mean, you play a very big role there where you are helping a whole lot. And I really must say kudos to you and your team and the entire team at Seller, because the quality of, mentors and personalities that use the Seller product is overwhelming. Like you just see them and you just know that Seller is doing something very beautiful. But then I want you to talk about, it also gives you a platform to really engage with a lot of young people, a lot of people that are in the, social innovators. What are the challenges that you can say that are being encountered in helping African creators sell their knowledge? The reason why I'm saying this is because I know specifically that, and we're going to talk about that. After you were in Rwanda with us at the Youthspark event, you practically started pushing me to take a particular action. Like you started dragging me. If there was an opportunity for you to call police and arrest me, it was like I had something locked up that I wasn't going to bring out. And, I was just there like, what are you talking about? Okay. And I'm really, really grateful that you moved to Rwanda. I'm very, very excited that you were able to, take up that stuff, because it's not about the messenger of the assignment, but the message itself. The message has to be delivered. So, but then what are the challenges that you have encountered, working with African creators, in trying to sell their knowledge? Because the same way you saw something about me, because, marketers, people that are like marketing consultants, see a whole lot that can be exchanged for value. As a marketing consultant, you are able to see something and how it can actually be exchanged for value. Now you get, social media and everything, you see a lot of your African creators. What are the challenges you think that these people are really facing? Because some people are just putting out things without knowing that this is what, a lot of money in foreign currencies, and how do you think that they can overcome some of these things? What do you think that they need to start doing?
Okay, so the three major challenges that I have faced in building the creator economy in Africa with Seller is number one, people really don't know the potential digital products have for them. People don't know, and that's a problem, right? People don't know. Like, there is a huge potential. Okay, I have my job, I have my 9 to 5, right, where I get paid salary, but my house rent, my monthly house rent, my utility bills, and all of those things, it doesn't come from my salary. My digital products handles that. My traveling, so for instance, next month I'll be in Kenya and Uganda. My traveling, it's my digital product handles that. So people don't know the potential that it has for them, right? It's like digital product has like a huge potential for people, and it's not just in the fact of like making money. It's in the fact of like making an impact. Okay, it's in the fact of making an impact. Right now in Nigeria, right, in Africa, in Nigeria, we have different economies that are like booming and stuff like that. But the creator economy is the next economy that will experience a drastic boom in the next 3 years. If Nigerians, if Africans actually start taking this creator economy thing serious, if Africans start creating digital products, right? Second challenge that we have, right? Again, first challenge is people don't know, like, they don't know the potential it has for them. Like, it can give you financial security. It can give you financial freedom. Literally, with digital products, you determine how much you want to make per month. It's that simple. Every single day, I get alerts on my phone. Seller just paid out. Seller just paid out. Seller just products that my Google Ads online course. Raymond, my Google Ads online course, I launched it when we came back from Rwanda, right? That was 2 years ago. Till today, as we speak, I am still making money from it. Till today, it's for life. So it's an asset that pays you for life. So apart from the money too, you're making, like, people also, one challenge that we face is people don't know how to create digital products. So let me go into data. We have like more customers in Nigeria. We have more creators in Nigeria. We have creators in Ghana, South Africa, Kenya, right? These are like the places where we have like a very large base, creator base. Because again, in Nigeria, when SAPA holds you, you look for alternative ways to like make money. For the lack of a better word, for those watching that are not Nigerians, SAPA means when you're hungry, right? Hunger, right? So you look for like alternative ways to like make money. And people like us that don't want to go into illegal activities, we're like, okay, let's do digital products. You understand? This is a way that we can make money. So Nigerians understand. So hunger fuels discovery. Hunger fuels curiosity. Right, so Nigerians are curious. Ghanaians, we are curious. Please remember, we should make that a quote. Hunger fuels curiosity. I beg, thank you. Nigerians, we are curious. You understand? So our curiosity forces us to actually, want to research on how to make money online and stuff like that. But other countries in Africa, we're having like a huge challenge, right, with educating them on like how to create digital products, right? And that's what we are trying to do now with like our next Pan-African expansion project, right? We'll literally teach people that, see, you don't need a degree, you don't need to go to school. As far as you can on your phone make a call, right? There are things that you know that other people will want to know. Raymond, you've traveled almost around the world. Literally, you've been almost around Africa. You've been to more countries than I have. That is a challenge. We have to solve that problem. You've been to more countries than I have, right? And Raymond, there are things that you know about traveling around Africa that I don't know. And there are other Raymonds that know this thing. But there are just few people that are creating digital products on how to do this. How many countries have I been to in Africa? Just 3, 4, right? You've been to more countries than I have. But I'm the one creating a Japa to Kigali manual. Do you get? You understand, right? Yeah. So like, there are more people, and again, I'm not creating this because I'm hungry. I'm creating it because there are people in Nigeria that need this, like, that need options. I have friends that are here because I spoke about Rwanda. They bought my products and stuff like that, right? So like, it's a fact that people, like, you have something in you to share with the world. If you know how to set up StreamYard, you can literally use it as a digital product. How to increase your how to go live on YouTube and increase your subscribers using this simple software that will change your life. Package it, do Zoom everything, teach people how to use StreamYard, everything, and stuff like that. It's a digital product. If you usually host classes, seminars, and stuff like that, there is someone coming to, I think I'm going to give the person your contact. There is a company coming to Kigali right now, right, that wants to, and they're asking me questions about, we want to like train people, how can we get a hall, hotel, transportation, and all of those things. I've never done all of those things. So you have more knowledge about those things than I have, right? Imagine you had a digital product with contact details. This is who you should call. This is who you should reach out to for transportation, this, for feeding, this, and everything. And just send to them. You're helping them. You're helping yourself as well. You're helping the economy of Rwanda also, because they'll come here to and spend money as well. So this is me actually calling you out, Raymond, on different digital products that you can create yourself, right? So, so you see the thing that's like, there is so much knowledge that we have in us as Africans.
I know it's what you just said. Now my team members will not allow me to sleep again.
There is so much knowledge that Africans that we have that we are not monetizing. If you know how to make hair, you know how to style yourself, you know how to dress, you know how to, you can literally, you know how to grow Twitter followers. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to, you know how to cook noodles, right? You know how to, you know how to like iron in a space. It can be a content, it can be a digital product. So the thing is that like people underestimate the value of what they know. It's called see finish, personal see finish. You've seen yourself finish. Like that knowledge is so used to you that you've seen yourself finish, literally. So it's to just get out of the box of see finish and start saying that, oh, this is that I know. There are other people out there that want to know it. So it's literally us sensitizing the audience, educating people, and just letting other African countries know that, okay, there is a thing as like digital products. Apart from like, these are like the major challenges that we faced so far that me have personally faced. But yes, yeah.
So let's talk about, you know, let's bring this back home right now. I know I was with you in Rwanda, and then one day I was trying to get a particular video. That video was, remember the first time, I think it was the first time we met in person. And I've looked for that video. I honestly would have loved to play that video, guys. That was the first time I got to meet with, you know, Milton face to face. And after that, I think we tried coming to Rwanda that time. It didn't work out. And then eventually it happened when it did. And one day, Milton just told me, you know what, Ray, I'm making a movement. I'm taking a decision. Now, I understand that it's not always easy. Yeah, you can decide to travel and come back, which is also not easy because it comes with its own consequences. You know, just to go and come back has consequences. But now this man is telling me I'm taking a decision that is more than going and coming. And then you decided to, you know, make a move. A lot of people would also be wondering, oh, this whole global thing. So it's not just about, you know, just online. Sometimes how is being there, you know, also very essential also, because so that, yeah, as much as you are in a particular place, for instance, right now, a particular country, I know they are struggling now with slides because they removed subsidy. You know, some of the people that I know that are working in the digital space, sometimes they spend days and they are not able to even talk to me because they do not have power. And they cannot even buy fuel because there is no fuel, or, you know, or it's very, very expensive. Now, I want to talk about, you know, deciding to move. I believe was a very big step. I mean, it's a very big step for so many individuals. Even when I decided to move, even though I moved for studies, but it's also a very big step. Can you talk about, you know, what were really the things? Now you had a business, you had a 9-to-5 in Nigeria, and now you want to move. The truth is that no matter how much you have to work digitally, there is also that connection that happens if you are actually there in person. You get to meet with your colleagues and all that. And even if you have to work from home, sometimes there may be 1 or 2 hangouts or picnics that you are not able to be part of, right? Now, you are now moving into an environment where everything is completely different. For instance, you are talking about paying rent. Guys, this rent is not in coins. This rent is not in coins. That's one. Secondly, this rent comes every month. Like, this is not those ones that you have to now pay for 1 year and you just lock up and now believe God that after 12 months, manna would have fallen down. No, this is the fact that there's a particular date every month. You have to, do what you have to do. Now you move into this environment where this is the reality of the place. What advice can you give? And the reason why I'm saying this is because there are a lot of people who they have so much capacity to also operate in this dimension, but they are scared or they are not yet prepared or they don't understand these things. What can you tell some of these, people that I can't wait for them to also get into the global space,
Yeah.
in trying to achieve their goals and all that? Yeah.
Okay, so a couple of things. Number one, make bold moves. Make bold, like so. One thing about me moving out of Nigeria was a bold move for me. I literally have the inscription here, and I made it to Nigeria. Bold moves only. The period when I was moving, I said my mantra for this period is bold moves only. That's the only thing to me. And when it comes to like making bold moves, you're not ready to like. You will never be 100% fully ready to like make a bold move, right? You will never be 100% fully ready to make a bold move, right? And also plan, right? One thing that helped me was planning. I made a decision that I was going to relocate to Kigali the day my flights landed in Kigali. The first day my flight landed in Kigali. Yeah. That was the day I said, this country, I'm coming back here. So when I came back to Nigeria, right, from I think we came back December, January, I started planning and saving, right? Money, like when I have extra cash, I put it in my savings, convert, I changed to dollar, right? Because I knew that I was going to like need dollar. So because I knew that if I kept the money in Naira and at some point dollar is going to increase and Naira will fall. So I just changed my money to dollars and I was saving. I mean, I was like, okay, I was going to move. I wanted to move December last year, but something happened in Nigeria. I was like, enough is enough in Nigeria, and I just decided to like move. So I literally like I had a plan to move, right? I had a plan to move. So like I was always saving and stuff like that so that I could have enough money when I come here, right? And also learn a skill that is not ecology based, right? A skill that you can execute from this country to another country. When I came to Kigali, the first week I came to Kigali, I got my first consulting client. Literally the first week I came to Kigali.
A skill that you can execute is not what?
A skill that is not ecology based. Right? Meaning a skill that is not limited to just Nigeria. You understand? I have a skill that is not limited to just Nigeria, or Kigali, or Kenya, or like anywhere that I go right now, I am needed. Anywhere that I go right now, I'm needed. So learn a skill that you can offer to businesses or companies when you like move to like a new country. So just start like getting yourself ready for like digital skills and stuff like that. And also, I think you should see yourself as the light of the world. You're not the light of Aja. You're not the light of Abalende. You're not the light of Lekki Phase 1. You're not the light of Ikorodu. You're not the light of Port Harcourt. You're the light of the world. Stop trying to play in a small field. No one is saying that you can't, like, no one is saying that you have to live your entire life in Nigeria. No one is saying that. Even if you want to, like, settle down in Nigeria, I believe as a young person, right, travel. Leave your country for like 3 months. Go to other countries that, neighboring countries that, it's cost effective and stuff. Just travel and experience life outside your country, right? Just travel, right? Because you're doing something to your mindset. Now I'm making a move to another country to finally move to another country by January. I mean, I can't say that here, but I'm actually making a move. But I wasn't thinking about doing that if I didn't move to Kigali. It's because I moved to Kigali that's there is something that'll just open to your mind and make you you're like, oh my God, I am a global citizen. And me being here in Kigali, I've realized that Nigeria is the only country where out of 10 youths, just one might have left the country, or none. If you come to Kigali, an average Rwandan has been to at least 3 countries. Uganda, Kenya, Burundi, and maybe Seychelles or maybe Tanzania or something. An average Rwandan. An average Nigerian. Raymond, I can put it to you that most of the people that register for this thing, they've not even been to Benin Republic or Ghana. Benin Republic backyard, I can take bus 10,000 naira to go. They've not been there. So Nigerians, it's from Bagadurio, Nigerians, we don't have that curiosity. Oh, I want to like Nigerians. We are like Americans, right? Americans, they feel like the whole world revolves around America. Same thing with Nigerians. There are people that live in Lagos. We feel like the whole world revolves around Lagos. Move, travel. You don't have to take flights to. You don't have to take flights to this thing to Ghana. You can go by bus. Even if you want to take flights, save. That's the thing. I booked my flight tickets right now. Flight tickets to Kigali is ridiculous. I booked my flight ticket. I think that was 3-4 months ahead of when I wanted to travel. And how much did I pay? I paid 220K. That's what I paid, and it was so cheap.
Imagine 280K. Right now, it's about double that amount.
220,000. 220,000.
220. Right now, it's double that amount.
Double. So even if it's double, have that say that okay, I want to visit Ghana by September, October, November, or whatever. Okay, how much do I need to save for my flight ticket? Okay, if you've gotten the amount, what are the different things that I can do to like generate this income? What digital products can I have? You have so there is this thing I learned from a mentor of mine. Have an asset that pays for your liabilities. Have an asset that pays for your liability. Traveling is somewhat of, when it comes to your financial pocket, is a liability. Have an asset. I had a digital product that is an asset that sorted out my travel bills and everything. Your skill set can also be an asset as well. Do gigs for people. They pay you $500 USD here, $1,000. You can just be saving up. So the thing is, it's not that difficult, but because you've never done it before, you think it's difficult. So before you actually make that move or decision that you want to like travel finally, go for like a Youthspark conference first, right? Yeah. That is going to like change something in your mindset. Then you can make the final decision.
Guys, did we lose Milton?
I'm here. I'm still here.
Okay. So, I mean, what he just mentioned now is very vital, guys, because traveling really helps to build your credibility. Like, it has a way of boosting your personal brand, your professional brand. I don't like talking about this, the places that I've been to, but let me tell you guys, one of the experiences I had in recent times, I went to Qatar, right? I traveled to Qatar, and guys, I thought I had a vision, and then somehow I decided to go to Qatar, and I realized that what I felt was a vision was not yet existing, actually. Like, I was not even done anything. And I was leaving Doha. In fact, I went to their museum. There's a museum, one of their national museum in Qatar, and while I was walking out of that place, it was like something just popped in my brain. Like, my thoughts elevated, and I just knew I can no longer go down, back to where I've always been. And how did this whole thing started? Milton just spoke about, pointed it very, very briefly about taking advantage of attending, programs. Now, it does two things. First thing is that it pushes you to get into an environment where your mindset is hacked. There are some people that their mindset, the way it has been structured with concrete, it can never change. But it is very possible to hack your mindset. Like, I remember so many years ago, I went to my village, and then I decided to alter the mindset of someone that is very close to me. He was in the village, he's my relative. And so I paid for the person to follow me to Abuja. I paid, covered for everything, transport, accommodation, everything. And so we got to Abuja, and then I don't know how I decided to take this person to Transcorp Hilton. I imagine that pulling somebody from the village and taking the person to Abuja and is not enough. I decided to take this person to Transcorp Hilton. And we got to the place. I went a step further and decided to buy a cup of coffee. So I bought a cup of coffee. Then I think I bought it for 3,500 naira or something. I can't remember. And the person refused to drink it. He refused to drink the cup of coffee. Because I mean, how do you take one small cup of coffee for 3.5? What was that? It was a mindset thing. There was a limitation in his mind. He didn't think he was seeing 3,500. He was not seeing value. He wasn't seeing his status. So what I did essentially is to get him to an environment that helped hack his mindset. So when you attend programs, you are able to alter your mindset. Secondly, is that you are able to meet people who are willing to support you to achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve, right? Now, either they give you direct support or indirect support. Direct support is that they may have a skill, they might have a product, they may have something that they are doing, they can actually give to you directly and help you to grow. They can give you indirect support, and that indirect support is the fact that you can be learning from what they are doing indirectly without them knowing. Okay, you can actually get, maybe you didn't know them before, but somehow you just found yourself in a room where they are, and now you have to, you are now learning from outside, from the other part of the road, all the things that they are doing, you're following them footstep by footstep and everything. So guys, I was also going to say that we have something that is coming up, but before then, I want Mason to talk to us about. He has a digital product called Digital Product Sales on Steroids, right? And the reason why I'm saying this, guys, because it also affects me. Now they have thrown. I have a 3 bullets all over my body now, because now they are now pushing me now to say you have to get back to that. I think I also will have to read this book, because to be very honest, I've not read it. So you wrote this book called Digital Products Sales on Steroids. What is it about? I mean, what inspired you writing this book?
Okay, so I created my first digital product when I was 16, 17 years old. Made my first $200 in a week when I was that age. And in that time frame, from then to now, there are like things that I've learned when it comes to like selling digital products, how to market your products, how to create a product and all. And that was why I wrote that book too, because there are people that create digital products and they don't know how to like push it. They don't know how to sell it. They don't know how to market it. They don't know the things that they need to do, how to name their digital products that will make people want to buy it and stuff. That's why that was what inspired me to like write it. So it's literally the handbook for anyone that wants to like create, launch, and sell a digital product from like A to Z. Yeah.
Oh, I see. I see. Guys, I think you need to get that book. I don't know, say Milton, Great Darling, if you're there, maybe we can just find a way to get the link to that book and then put it up there for people that so that they can actually get that book. I am going to also get that book to read, because now with this bullet all over my body now, I need more reinforcements. I need to know that, see, once I put this thing out, it has to keep going, right?
Yeah.
Let me also take a very minute. Now, I want you to talk about, you are with us for the Youthspark meeting.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to know what were the things that stood out for you, right? Even though,
Yeah.
honestly, I must confess to you that I really missed you being with us last year, July, when John
Yeah.
Obidi was with us. I really, 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 really missed you being with us. But I want to talk about, considering the component and the component of the structure.
Hello. Can you guys hear me?
I don't know what happened. Okay, guys.
Okay. Okay, you're
Can
back.
you guys hear? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. So I was asking, I don't know what's happened. I think it was just a slight glitch. So guys, by the way, I'm not in Nigeria, so I don't know what's going on. And Milton is certainly not in Nigeria, so we have to investigate this slight glitch right now. So I was saying that what was my train of thoughts? Where
Experience with
so
Youthspark.
I was saying when you were with us in Kigali, what were the things exactly? What was the thing that stood out for you? You know, considering the things that we did, we had some outing, we went to some places. What was the thing that really stood out for you? Like two things that stood out for you that you think will make somebody want to come again, be
Okay.
part of
Yeah.
the
So for
conference
me,
program.
Youthspark is not a conference. Youthspark is not an event. Youthspark is an experience. Let me say that again. Youthspark is not a conference. Youthspark is not an event. Youthspark is an experience, right? And one thing I love that your team really did was delivering that experience with value. We delivered value with an experience. The hospitality was amazing. Oh my God. Like, I really loved the hospitality of Youthspark. You guys made sure that everybody, your guests, your host, people attending, everybody was like well taken care. I mean, I felt like a baby there. Like, there are things I wanted to do. Raymond was like, no, don't worry, it's on us. We're going to sort that out. No, don't do that. It's on. I'm like, oh my God, can you just allow me to like do something, please? Right. So, Youthspark is an experience. Number two, the network, the access, the connection, the people that I've connected, that I connected with, right? Oh my God, like they were so amazing, both in and outside, like Nigeria. Some Nigerians that were there, the quality of people that were there at that event. So the thing is that like it's the network. So like there are some kind of networks that you can't access until you get to some rooms or until you like be in some places. Youth Park is that place that you have to be in. Youth Park is that place that you have to go to. So the network, the connection, I love that also. And also the fact that the training itself gave me a way much better perspective on being an African, on being Pan-African, right? The trainings, the training materials, everything, all the bonding sessions that we had. When my team came out, I was shouting Ubuntu, 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 right? All of those things literally gave me like a better perspective of being an African, of being Nigerian. And I think that's something that we all need to have, where you can like work with different people in like other countries to like execute a particular goal. It's amazing. So I mean, in summary, the Youth Spark Pan African Conference, it's not an event, it's an experience.
Wow, thank you so much. I just have like one more questions, one more questions or so before I let you go. But before then, let me quickly get Great Darling. If you're there, can you just quickly pull up the video for the video ad for the Youth Spark program in Rwanda in the next 1 minute, and then maybe you can just take a sip of water. And when we come back, we will be asking our final questions to Milton, and we'll be having Colin take it next. Great, Darling, are you there? All right, guys. I don't know if that's the end, but then thank you so much, Great Darling. So the what's happening? I don't know what's going on. Anyway, let's just leave that. So thank you so much. Okay, that would be it. Great, Darling. I think it's okay. So that's just like a small clip. You can actually get that on YouTube or also Youthspark social media handles. So we're having the Youthspark Pan African Conference, another edition. let me also say that we've been doing this since 2017 across different countries. And yeah, on the screen right now is actually the application link. If you're just go to that link or follow Youthspark social media handles, click on the bio, and you will be able to navigate on how you can be part of that process. And we actually have done this since 2017, where we are bringing a lot of young people together. And just like Milton has actually shared about his experience, trust me, this has been it for everyone who has been part of this, particularly the quality of people that we've been able to assemble together for them to connect and really, really learn. It's not a free event. However, when you're looking forward to value, when you're looking forward to dominating globally, when you're looking forward to really achieving very big, incredible, and unprecedented goals, then you have to focus more on the value, than on the cost. And so that's just like a video talk about it. The meeting will be happening from the 25th to the 30th of July 2023. That's like about in the month's time, a month and 5 days time, we will be in Kigali having some very, very, very amazing, beautiful experience. So click on the bio and you can go there and you will be told how you can be part of that community. And lastly, I want you to talk about branding.
Okay.
In your experience, having been in Port Harcourt, moved to Lagos, traveled to different places, back and forth, and now you are not in Nigeria again. You are even in a you now play a role where you are engaging with a lot more individuals from across the world. What are some of the effective strategies you think we can use? What are some of the strategies you think that we can actually use to build our personal brand and also establishing ourselves as authority in the marketing field? There's a reason why I'm asking this. We see a lot of people who have values, to put out there in the marketplace, but they are always too quick to jump on trends, all kinds of trends. Do you think that jumping on all kinds of trends, even toxic trends in quotes now, because I don't know, what role do you think that trends play, and what strategies do you think, how can you connect following trends with sticking close to our personal brand? Like for somebody like you, no matter how much you are consulting for different brands around the world on marketing, I've not seen you jumping around every social media post just because you want to, make yourself visible and other. So how are you doing it? What should, upcoming marketing consultants look out for, if they really want to build very sustainable brands and also to establish themselves as authority?
All right. Thanks for that question. About trends, we are kings and queens on earth. We set the trends, we don't follow the trends. We are the trends people want to follow. And I think having that mindset will really help a lot of people. It's not every trend you jump on as a personal brand, right? Don't allow social media to use you, right? But instead use social media to your advantage, right? So you're kings and queens on earth. You don't jump on trends. You're literally the trend setter. You're the pace setter. You create the trends and stuff. Also, when it comes to like personal brand, I think everybody should actually see themselves as a personal brand, right? Everybody should see themselves as a personal brand. You're a personal brand. I'm a personal brand. No matter how young or small you are, right? And don't see yourself as a beginner, even if you're a beginner. That's the thing. People always underplay their value because they are just getting started. Even if you're a beginner, you have like value to like give, right? Don't see yourself as a beginner, right? See yourself as someone, you have something to give to people, give them those things, right? Don't say I'm an aspiring motivational speaker, I'm an aspiring writer. You are a writer, you are a motivational speaker. There's no person to aspire here. You are this, right? And also with personal branding, when it comes, especially like online personal branding, your name travels before you, right? So you need to like use tools that will make your name travel faster than you, right? So for instance, if I go to Kenya right now, there are people that know me in Kenya. I was at Nurskin the other day, Nurskin House in Kigali here, and someone was like, "Oh man, I know you from LinkedIn. I love your stuff. Can we take a selfie?" So use these tools to your own advantage, right? How? Create content on this platform. Find something that you're so passionate about, right? And again, this is not even about niching. It's not about finding a niche because you can have so many niches, but find a message that you're so passionate about and create content around that message. Use the different platforms to like distribute your content. Right now, if you hear marketing, if you hear Milton, you hear marketing. Because marketing is something I am passionate about. It's not that it's a niche that I picked because it's a profitable niche. No, it's something that I myself I am passionate about. So find a message that you can die for, a hill that you can die on. It can be child prostitution, that you're talking against that. It can also be, how to groom yourself. It can be anything. It can be, investing in the boy child or investing in the girl child. It can be anything. So find a message that you're really passionate about and use these tools to like broadcast that message every other day. And again, if platforms don't come to you, create your own platforms. When I started out earlier on in my career, I wasn't having speaking engagements, right? Right now, like even my EA was saying that Milton, you have to like take the rest of July off to rest. She was like this week, I have like 2 more speaking engagements this week again. July, I'm not accepting any until like August. Reason being that I have developed myself in a way where opportunities come to me. I don't look for these things again. Right now, there are only a lot of them that I reject. When I started out early, I had a platform called A Youth with a Purpose. That's not the platform. A Youth with a Purpose. I had this platform, A Youth with a Purpose. It was a WhatsApp community with like over 100 people in that community, right? Every week, we had one resource person to come and teach us something. Every week, we're consistent with that thing for 6 months. 6 months or 1 year, every week. Afterwards, we had a conference. Now we are doing Seller Digital Creator Summits that people like Emma is coming, Emma Yabaka, Elozonam, Josh Sufoni, Steve Harris, and all of these guys. When I was 22 years old, I had a Square summit. That was like one of the biggest summits that we've ever had in the personal development industry in Africa. Over 5,000 people were there across Africa. In different countries, we had speakers from Brazil. So I was literally making a name for myself. I wasn't waiting for like people to come and give me podium. Myself and PCT, I'm sure most people here know PCT. Myself and PCT, we used to go from schools to schools in Benin City. So I'm meeting later for us, like speak to the students about purpose, about passion and all of these things. We used to from one school to one school. There was one time we went to one school. We spoke. We were so good. They gave us honorarium. We opened honorarium. It was 1,000 naira that was inside for 3 people to share. We're happy. We're like, oh my God, like these people, they love what they did. They gave us 1K. We're happy. Opportunities won't come to you. Create opportunities for yourself. If you really want to like create opportunities for yourself, use things like Twitter Space, Instagram Lives. Bring people, Raymond, all of UK, and bring Frank Emmanuel. Bring them. Every week we are doing something back to back. When John Obidi started earlier on, way back, 2015, 2014. Every week, Smart B Camp. Every week, back to back, Smart B Camp. Now you see John traveling around the world speaking. You think it just happened. It didn't just happen. No. You understand, right? Every week, find something that you're passionate about. Create content around it. Have a channel where you're always publishing content consistently, right? Create opportunities for yourself. Opportunities will not come to you.
Wow. Thank you so very much. Thank you so much. I mean, we are still able to keep to the time that we really wanted to keep you here because we know you are the dawn of marketing. You are the dawn of marketing. So thank you so much, Milton, for saying yes to come here. There has been a conversation on strategies for growth and also global market penetration. I mean, these are really personal experiences, of someone who did not just read this thing in books. We have people that will just go and read in books, read on social media, and they are coming out to, say all the things. But these are really people who are, Milton is someone who is really talking about his experience. He's really sharing about his life on the things that he has done. You could hear him talk about how he saved money, how he had to make savings, how he had to, apportion money for specific things. So it simply means that if you also want to achieve this result, not just in marketing, but even in any other industry, then you've got to save money. You've got to put money aside. Places that you need to fly. I remember one day someone asked me, this is very funny. Someone asked me if they can use a bus from Nigeria to Kigali, but I did not know how to respond. So guys, what I'm trying to say is that if you need these results, then there are strategies. There is a way to get those results. And if you don't do what it requires to get those results, trust me, you're not going to get those results. And it's been Milton telling us about his strategies. He told us how he's able to put these monies together. He built a digital product. What is it that you know? The truth is that whatever it is that you know, somebody somewhere is willing to pay a lot of money to be able to access that knowledge. Do you know? I go on YouTube, you go even till today, you see what people who are, selling certain products, and you are still shocked, like, are people paying for this? But yes, there are over 8 billion people on the planet Earth, and only few people have access. Only less than maybe 0.005%, have access to this information and these tools. And so if you are able to put this information out there, somebody somewhere is willing to pay you in foreign currency. Let me even say that somebody somewhere is willing to really pay a lot of money to be able to access that. So guys, it's been an amazing day talking with Milton. Please follow Milton and Blob, guys. I mean, they are putting up a lot of content in the field of marketing. I personally, Milton, I don't know, are there courses that Blob has, or even you personally have? You want to talk to us about what you are working on presently, so that we can actually participate in that.
So we have a course coming up. Called a GTM masterclass, go-to-marketing strategy masterclass. If you want to learn how to create a go-to-marketing strategy, if you're an aspiring digital marketer, aspiring product marketer, or you're like a business owner, like a startup founder that wants to learn how to create effective go-to-marketing strategy that can take a product to launch and either make you money or get you more users, or maybe for your company or something, that training is for you. The training is going to be held by a marketing expert. Her name is Onyinyechi Ineji. It's happening on the 29th and 30th of this month, which is next week, Thursday and Friday, for 2 days. And after which you get a certificate that you can use on your LinkedIn and your job applications and all. And the training is actually 25,000 naira, but we are giving out an early bird payment is actually 20,000 naira. So you can jump into that right now. So just go to blob.co/GTM-class to check it out. I just dropped the link here. Please can we display it on the screen? Just check it out and also key into it. There will also be mentorship and every other thing. There will also be mentorship after the classes. You can also check out blog.co/courses to check out our other courses on the platform on Blog. And our courses are very affordable, but go to blog.co/GTM-class, enroll on the class next week. That class is going to be amazing. We have just few seats left. You can only take 20 people. We have 15 people that have paid right now, so we have just few seats left. So if you want to take action ASAP. Again, things would come to you. You have to go to them.
Thank you so much, Milton. It's been an inspiring moment with you. Thank you for ending on that. Guys, I got nothing more to add. He said it all. Things are not going to come to you. You have to go out to them. Thank you so much, Milton, and I'll see you on the other side. Thank you so much. All right, guys, thank you so much to everyone who has been part of this meeting. It's been this is about 1 hour, 28 minutes, essentially about 1 hour of direct engaging and learning from the king of marketing in the person of Milton Tutu. Milton is a king. You want to follow him, follow his work. He's someone that we are really inspired at his speed, at the amount of work he's doing. Yeah, and of course, that's the link there to be able to get the courses. Guys, things are not going to come to you guys. You have to go out there. If you have to deny yourself another bottle of soda drink, you have to deny yourself another wrap of shawarma, you have to deny yourself whatever it is that you spend a lot of money, investing in every other week, please and please and please, if you're really looking forward to global domination, then you've got to really invest heavily in yourself. Thank you so much, everyone. It's been an inspiring moment. And we are going to bring back, of course, be on the lookout by this weekend on the 23rd, I think. I don't know if we have that flyer. If we do not have that flyer now, please do join us again. We're going to share about our next guest. We will be having two amazing people from different, of course, countries. Again, it's going to be like a panel. We'll be having two people who announce that, subsequently, and then you can be part of that. Our aim is to really get you to learn as much as you can learn, get all the support and experiences that will help you to accelerate your growth. Thank you so much, everyone, and have a good night. Bye-bye, everyone.